Hi foodies, let's make some stewed chicken Trini style using brown sugar to caramelize. Come on in, let's get started. Onions, I love lots of onions in my Trini stewed chicken, so I'm gonna cut one whole white onion. Here I have a piece of organic ginger, just give that a little smash. I'm not putting too much because I already have in my marinade, my season, I have some ginger there ready. And here I have my hot pepper. This is a jalapeno. Yep, that's right. So we're just going to drop this jalapeno in there. This looks marvelous. And I like to put tomato. So here I have a plum tomato, tomato, whatever you know it as, and you're just going to give it a rough chop. This tomato is going to melt and give it a wonderful red color. So it's going to go work back right in there with that stew. So let me finish up. So here, my foodies, I have some leg and thigh. I give it a good cut and wash and season up nice. You all know how I wash and season up my meat. And this was marinated overnight. So to this, I want to add my green herbs. You know, the bandania and all this good stuff is in it. And here I have my red bell pepper. So this is going to give some lovely flavors and also color. So let's put this lovely Trini style stewed chicken together from Jenny's Wok. So foodies, in my big old ugly pot, you know we don't throw these pot away. You must keep this pot when we're doing these big staining up recipes. In goes the sugar. You do not need oil to caramelize your sugar. So my pot is very hot. You add that sugar in there. So now this is time sensitive. You see it already start caramelizing. It already start melting. So let's give this some time. So now you could just move it around so it could be distributed around the pot where the heat is. And we're going to wait for that beautiful color that we want our chicken to be. So this is caramelized stewed chicken here from Jenny's Wok. This is what it looked like, and I really do like this color. So now look at that, beautiful. Let's put that chicken in. Be careful, it pop and burn you. There you go. In goes our chicken. Leave that chicken there and don't move it. Come to the top. So what we're going to do now, here I have my roucco oil. I want to infuse my chicken with some roucco oil. So I'm going to pour this oil into my pot. Let's take a look now. So that looks really nice in there. So here I have 2 bay leaf. I want to break my bay leaf and drop it in there. Grab that pot and let's move it up now. So that caramelized color, that caramel in there from that brown sugar. Look at that beautiful color. So as soon as you drop your chicken, you don't have to move it up. You let it sit there and suck in the flavor and the color from your brown sugar. So this looks beautiful. Now coat every piece of your chicken just as I'm doing here with that lovely caramel. Look at that, beautiful. That's a beautiful golden color we got there. Now what I want to do, I'm going to take my ugly cover and cover my ugly pot and let this stay here on medium-low heat for a good 5 minutes. Let's take a look now. Wow, look at that. That's a lot of water, as you can see, let out from that chicken. Look at that. And I didn't drop any water in there. So you know, the mussels is breaking down now. So all of this water will come by. You see that, foodies? Look at that. So I need this to really fry. So we're going to leave this pot open now. In goes my green herb. In goes my pepper. And I'm going to add all my onions. I love a lot of onions. Drop that in there just like so. My ginger and that hot pepper, and in goes all that tomato for all that lovely flavors. It's going to pack into that. So now what I want to do is add some meat flavors. So I'm going to add here some chicken bouillon, and then as we go along we will taste for the salt. That looks marvelous. And being an island girl, you know I like my fine seasoning. So I'm going to leave that there open and let that cook down. So let's take a look inside now. A lot of noise in there, so look at that, please. Yep, be careful with that twigs before it splash and burn you. So as you can see here, all that season have melted up really nicely. And this is the green one over here, our sofrito, and our peppers have melted very well. So we're mixing up now everything in here to infuse our meat with all those lovely flavors. But it still needs to fry more. There you go. You see all that water? We need to get rid of all of that. So we're going to let that fry off, because you know Granny will say you have to burn that off or else the meat will taste fresh. So let this continue now that we mix everybody in together. Okay, foodies, this is starting to stick in here now. There you go. So what we want to do now, chicken is a very soft meat, so we don't want it to stick. So let's add some water now to continue the process of cooking. And this is chicken, so this is going to cook very quickly. So in 15 minutes time, this should be done. So this is looking really nice, my dear foodies, and I really want to leave some gravy. I love the beautiful color. The kitchen smells divine, and I can't wait to try this. So now at this point, let's sprinkle some dunion or coriander leaf in here, and I'm going to let this continue for 2 more minutes. So lovely dish here from Jenny's Walk, Trini style stewed chicken using brown sugar to caramelize. Okay, foodies, it's plating time. So here in my artifacts, this is my granny's plate. I'm going to make this lovely dish, and this is the way my granny would serve this when coming home from the cane land or coming from the rice lagoon. She will have this lovely meal all ready for my grandpa and my uncles and my auntie, whoever went to the cane land. And we're going to just add in this. It's as simple as a quick meal she would make. No beans, no nothing. Just some rice. And she's going to put a lot of gravy in there. So this is where that gravy come in. Poor people food, you know. But everybody had to eat. Lots of mouth in there. So you get a little bit of gravy like that. And we might get, I'm going to give you just like 2 pieces of meat. Just exactly how it was served back then. Yes, I have a pot full of meat here. But this is what it used to be. Back in the days. And oh, how I miss those days. And of course, my aunt or my uncle, whoever is eating, my uncle basically, most of the time he will say, Jenny, go in the back and catch a pepper there for me. Or go in the back and pick a bud pepper. So this is exactly what he meant. Go to the back and pick those, the bud pepper. We always had a tree in the back. Now she never sprinkled no dunion over it. But I am just sprinkling this dunion for you. And of course, he will say, ek bottle tanga pani or garam pani. So of course, I have my beautiful cup over here. So you know, tanga pani is cold water, and we'll get that ice from the fridge, break it with my hands, pop it with the ice pick, and we're going to fill some. We had those the Forest Park punch and rum bottle or the white oak bottle full with water, put it in the fridge and let it cool, and there you will go. Put some ice and some water in there, and there you go. Delightful dish here, grassroots recipe, back from the island, in the village, wherever you live. I know most of you are going to remember this dish. Lovely white rice, and it used to be lagoon rice with stewed chicken, and she caramelized that with some brown sugar. Lovely dish here to enjoy. From my kitchen to your kitchen, happy cooking.